Hello. In this video, we will learn how to connect an LED to a port pin of the Arduino board and how to make it blink by writing a program. The programming language to be used here is a simplified version of C++ with the libraries provided by Arduino to make hardware interaction easier. On the left side, you are seeing an Arduino board, and on the right side, you are seeing an LED. The LED has two leads. The longer lead is called as anode, and the shorter lead is called as cathode. The anode should always be connected to the positive of the battery, and the cathode should be connected to the negative of the battery. See, the maximum current to be passed through the LED is around 20 milliamperes. So, depending on the voltage value, a proper resistor should be used to control the current flowing through the LED. The voltage across the LED will be 1.7 volts. If the battery has 5 volts and the maximum current that can flow through the LED safely is 20 milliamperes, then the value of the resistance to be connected will be 5 minus 1.7 divided by 20 into 10 power minus 3. It is 165 ohms, which is not a standard value. So you can choose 180 ohms or even 220 ohms. In that case, the maximum current that will be flowing through the LED will be less than 20 milliamperes. Now, let me insert an 180 ohms resistor and an LED like this in a breadboard. This is the anode. The anode is connected to one end of the resistor, and this is the cathode which is connected to the ground in the breadboard. This is Arduino Uno Plus board. This is ground pin. This board has 14 general purpose IO pins, that is 14 GPIO pins marked from 0 to 13, and we are going to connect the LED on the 7th pin. Take a jumper wire and connect one of its ends to the ground of the Arduino board. Now take another jumper wire and connect its one end to the 7th pin of the connector on the Arduino board. Now take the other end of the jumper wire, which is already connected to the ground of the Arduino board, and connect it to the cathode or ground on the breadboard. Now take the jumper wire, which is already connected to the 7th pin of the Arduino board, and connect this to the other end of the resistor, which is already connected to the anode of the LED. Now the circuit is closed. Select a proper USB cable and connect the Arduino board to the laptop. This board has a micro USB Type A connector, so one end of the cable should also have the same type of USB connector. The other end of the cable should have a normal Type A connector, because most of the laptops will have this type of connector, and depending on the type of the Arduino board you are using, the connector type and cable type will also change. Now open the program in Arduino IDE. Since we have used port pin number 7 to connect the LED, define a variable and assign the value 7 to it. Here the variable name is BLED. The void setup is a special function in Arduino programs that will run only once when the Arduino board is powered on. In this function, the port pin 7 is set up as output port. That means the Arduino board can send data through this port. That means it can send either plus 5 volts or 0 volt. The void loop is another special function. It will be repeatedly executed. When the constant chi is passed to the digital write function along with the port pin number 7, then logic 1 will be written on that port number. That means it will have plus 5 volts on its output. The next instruction introduces a 500 milliseconds delay. That means the processor will wait for zero point 0.5 seconds before executing the third instruction. So the LED will glow for zero point 0.5 seconds. When the third instruction is executed, logic 0 is sent to the port. So the LED will be off and this will remain for zero point 0.5 seconds. Loop is repeated. The LED will be on for 0.5 second again, then it will be off, and this is repeated continuously, so the LED will be glowing. If you set the time value very low, then you will not be able to observe the LED glowing. It will be continuously on. Now you upload the program on the Arduino board by pressing this upload button. You will see the LED glowing.